अगर आपको बहुत कम समय में एक अच्छा लीडर बनना है तो इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हम इंडिया के टॉप लीडर्स लाते हैं और उनसे टॉप इन्फॉर्मेशन आपके लिए प्रेजेंट करते हैं.
Okay, tell me one by one. I'm going to name the actors and the people you worked with and defining moments. Tell me one thing about them which you really loved when you were working with them.
Okay.
So Ranbir Kapoor, start with him because
It started with him.
It started with him and everybody loves him.
Yeah. With RK, I think what stood out, we have like a bro relationship. Like we talk shit, but it is his ease, the ease with which he creates the magic that he creates is what was shocking to me, because मुझे लगता था as actors, you have to be very like make a big deal about the craft and the process, but he will be Ranbir 1 second and Jordan the other second, and you will not know what happened in the middle. So that is the biggest takeaway. The ease with which he carries his fame. It's like a easy t-shirt. He doesn't wear it like a stiff tuxedo, and the ease with his craft.
Did you notice something about him which probably we from the far don't see? I'll tell you one experience I had with RK. So Ranbir Kapoor, I met him, I think this was Yashra Studio when I was in first year or second year of my college. And Ranbir Kapoor was there for something और वो बाहर खड़ा होके he was just standing right next to his car, and उस time पे I think he used to have a ATL like that. There used to be his car. He was standing and I was starstruck because it's like,
Yeah, of course.
I've just come from Indore to Mumbai.
Yeah, it's too
and
much.
Ranbir Kapoor दिख गया भाई.
Yeah.
Like it's a big thing, okay? So he's just standing there and I saw him and I'm just doing like this, right? And I'm like, what? And he just like, देख क्या रहा इधर.
Yeah.
And I was like, मैं right मैं उधर गया. फिर बोलता है फोटो चाहिए. मैं बोला हाँ.
Yeah, classic.
फोटो चाहिए.
Yeah.
मैं बोला हाँ. And then he just फिर ऐसे फोन निकालता है, अरे लाइट नहीं अच्छी आएगी इधर.
Yeah.
बोला फिर लाइट की चीज़ भाई ठीक है और कुछ चाहिए. मैं नहीं.
I
And then
think
he's
that's him in a nutshell for sure.
I was like, what was this?
Yeah.
Because I expected so I don't want to name another artist I saw at the same place. Right. And the other artist, I was starstruck right after him, like 3-4 days later.
Yeah.
And I
That
looked
was
at him,
different.
he looked at me, I was going, sir, can I? And he just
Yeah.
like pushed and he was standing. So
Exactly. I think
that's Ranbir Kapoor. Like he just made it. And then second time I met him, we both played football together. Recently there was a match between his team and our team.
Right.
And we were playing, right? And he was right there. He just comes and then, game se pehle tum sabko se, you just shake hands and like good luck.
Yeah.
He just comes, my turn, we both hands. And while he's going out, he looks back. यार देखो मैं देखा है क्या अपन खेलें क्या पहले. And I was like, नहीं हम नहीं खेलें कभी.
Yeah.
चलो अब खेलेंगे अगली बार याद रखूंगा.
Yeah.
And then
Correct.
I was like, what is this? He doesn't have to say that.
No, of course.
He doesn't have to tell me that, okay, I've seen you somewhere. If I've not, probably अब मैं याद रखूंगा क्योंकि अब next time अपन खेलेंगे.
Yeah. No, absolutely doesn't have to. And I think like this, I can narrate 100 incidents where, especially in those early moments, right? When you're, एक तो आप बच्चे हो, दूसरा आपने कभी ये किया नहीं है, तीसरा you're doing it with the biggest young superstar that our country's seen. If he didn't do the 100 things that he used to do to make me comfortable, there would be no Mandy. Without Jordan, there's no Mandy. And by that, I also mean that without RK, there would be no Sanjana at that point as an actor, because the first scene of my life is I'm doing it with him, and they're long scenes, and Imtiaz's scenes are complex in the way that they're written. So I remember like we would go to a corner, we would have some, now I don't remember the conversations, but I remember having these chats where after that 3-4 minutes of that conversation, I knew exactly what I wanted to do in the scene. Like then I have no questions. But before that, I think he could see my nervous energy, me scrambling, me like getting fidgety, and then it would be like, and that would be the ishara, then we'd go, some to conversation we'd have, and then I'm a different person. It's like I'm hypnotized. So it's just that. It's some magical quality.
Tell me about Imtiaz Ali, okay? So there's a conspiracy theory which goes on internet that Imtiaz Ali अपनी life की incomplete stories movies में दिखाते हैं, right? Is that a thing? Is that true?
I can tell you that that's true for every writer.
Okay.
Because it's actually true for every artist, मुझे लगता है, क्योंकि आप unconsciously ना, मतलब आपकी लाइफ ही डिक्टेट करती है आपके आर्ट को, as much as you try to deny it. If I do a scene right now when I go to set and I'm really happy or I'm really sad, I'm not thinking about where that's coming from, but I know it's coming from me and my experiences. So with Imtiaz also, he's lived a very vibrant life in Hindu College and in Jamshedpur, and a lot of what we see are actual experiences he's had. That's why he's obsessed with trains, because even his production house is called Window Seat, because when he used to travel from Jamshedpur anywhere, it was always on a train, and he would be that curious kid observing people. So his memory of childhood is that window seat. So you see it in Jab We Met, you see a train in almost every film of his, you know. So his life, I'm sure, has impacted his work.
Yeah. I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Train. But now that I can think of.
Yeah. Think about it. There'll be a train scene in most of his films. Yeah.
Interesting.
अगर ऐसे और भी बहुत इंसाइटफुल शॉट्स और क्लिप्स देखनी है तो इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो.